Alright guys, huge update for Zenless Zone 0. The 2.3 livestream is almost here, set to come out by tomorrow on September 29. So for this video, let's go over everything we know about this update with early info on the full 2.3 banners. This will include info on the new characters and rerun banners. We can also expect during the livestream to be shown new events, quality of life changes, rewards, and a lot more. So for this video, let's go over all the early info about the 2.3 version update. And remember, I'm also gonna start giving out some free internet memberships to you guys on this video. Pretty simple to enter. All you have to do is be subscribed to the channel, like the video, and then leave a comment for one entry, max one entry person. And a big thanks for today's sponsor, LootBar, for providing me with extra memberships for me to give out to you guys on the channel. But alright, let's not waste any time and get into it. Now, before we talk about the full expected 2.3 banners, here's a reminder that we have a new in-game event coming out for tomorrow. So they posted this last night on Twitter. We have the surprises on the way event. This event is set to come out on the 29th of September, which is going to be tomorrow. And during this event, you can obtain 480 polychromes from simply logging into the game for a total of 7 days. So a pretty easy event to complete to get some nice rewards for free. So just wanted to add a quick reminder that this event will be starting tomorrow. But alright, now going back to the 2.3 version update, let's cover what the first phase and second phase banners are expected to look like, including the new characters, the info on these characters, and the rerun banners. But keep in mind, this is based on early info, and the official confirmation on all of this will be shown in tomorrow's livestream, so let's go over it. So for the first phase, we have the S-Rank Lucia. Lucia is a S-Rank Rupture support character. Now for what we know on Lucia, she is a S-Rank Rupture support character. For a quick summary of her supportive capabilities, Lucia is going to be providing sheer crit damage and more max HP to teammates, while also doing aftershock damage. Now the rerun banner alongside Lucia is expected to be S-Rank Ambi. This will be the first time of S-Rank Ambi returning to the game since her initial release in the 1.6 version update. And if you guys are in need of monochromes for the exciting incoming characters, check out this top-up website called LootBar. LootBar provides 23% off compared to the official in-game purchases. New users can obtain a 10% off coupon by using my link in the description. And here's how I got 6,480 monochromes for $75 instead of the in-game price of nearly $100. You go to the top-up section, proceed to checkout from the wide variety of payment options, and then provide the account info. Within a few minutes, the purchase will be completed, and the first-time double top-ups are also included. New users can obtain a 5% off coupon and a 3% off coupon for existing users. They also have excellent ratings on a Trustpilot website. Also, Genshin 6.0 second half is right around the corner. Get ready with LootBar. Check out the link in the description and pin comment down below to save with LootBar. Alright, and aside from S-Rank Ambi receiving a rerun for the first phase of this update, we also have a brand new buff on the way for this character, very similar to what they did to Ellen Jo in the 2.0 update. Yes, it does seem kinda early for her getting a buff because she did come out in the 1.6 version update, but it seems they found her to be a bit underwhelming and deserving of a buff already. So the good news is, in tomorrow's livestream, we should be getting a first look at the new S-Rank Ambi buff. But for now, let's take a look at the early info on these changes. These might not be all of them, but this gives us a good picture of what they have in store for the S-Ambi buff. So just to quickly go over it real quick, so the third basic attack now groups enemies, the dodge counter now grants the silver flash state for 10 seconds. If the enemy is marked, S-Ambi can interrupt her basic attack or dash attack and instantly use her special attack. When triggering the White Thunder damage instances, special White Thunder execute will automatically activate after the animation ends, which will now deal multiple instances of electric aftershock damage, invisibility during animation, and they also buffed up the multipliers 500% damage, 143.8% days. And next up here, the rest of the changes is when an enemy is marked, aftershock damage from allies increase the marked value on the enemy. This can trigger once every 5 seconds. The other change is when an enemy with an activated mark dies, the White Thunder damage instances will be automatically fired at the nearest enemy, and the ANBY chains in Ultimate are now considered aftershock damage. Now again, these might not be her full kit, these are just the small parts of what they changed in her kit, and we should be getting the full patch notes very soon. So once they do post it, as I did for the Ellen Joe buff, I'll make a full video breaking down everything about these changes. But at least the good news is ANBY is finally getting a buff, and it's already on the way for the 2.3 version update. But alright, now moving on to the banners, let's talk about Monato. Monato is now confirmed to be a A-rank Fire Rupture character, which means he'll be featured in Lucia and ANBY banners as an A-rank character in the first phase. So this is what the first phase of the 2.3 update is expected to look like, with Lucia and ANBY being the new S ranks, and Monato being the new A rank for this update. Alright, now to cover the second phase of the 2.3 update, we have the S rank Yidari. She's gonna be our next Ice Rupture DPS. Yidari playstyle is definitely unique. For a TLDR of her kit, she consumes HP to increase damage, she uses her basic attack to drain her HP, she can also recover HP from her using her EX special. The lower her HP is, the better she will get. Basically, once she's below 50% HP, she gets a crazy amount of buffs, damage reduction, passive healing, and on top of that, up to 80% damage from what her kit looks like right now. And the last mention for the 2.3 update is going to be the rerun banners. We are expecting a VIVIAN rerun, as recent info suggests we're getting a brand new VIVIAN skin in the next update. Alright, now let's cover the brand new events and rewards that are on the way for the 2.3 version update. So the first one is a new Pokemon type event. We don't have the exact details of how it works, but luckily the rewards came out, and so far this event should give us around 1200 polychromes, which is pretty good. That is a premium amount for an event. So already one event giving us 1200, that is pretty good. Next up, we also have an event called 1-for-1 Store again. We have Lucia's TV schedule. Of course, that will be available in the first phase, as she's coming out in the first phase. We have the Photo Fight Again event. From what I saw, this event is giving us 300 polychromes. We have the Mini Stories event, with Void Front, and the Wild Book event. We also have a new permanent gameplay that is on the way. So pulling up the info here, we have a new game mode called Critical Simulation. From what I saw, this is the new permanent endgame mode, and the rewards for this should be over 1000 polychromes if you complete it. Here we have more info on the critical simulation of how the UI looks like. But yeah guys, that is all we know on the incoming 2.3 update, with all the early info on the 2.3 banners, the ANBY buff and changes, the new events, rewards. We can also expect some quality of life changes. We don't have info on any of that yet, but they should show us in tomorrow's live stream. There's also a pretty good chance that they show us a new skin for Vivian. Apparently it's going to be a summer skin, so I'm quite interested to see that. And aside from everything else I mentioned in this video, we should also get a look at the new 2.3 story, the content, and a lot more. But for now, that is pretty much all I know on this update. So if you guys did enjoy and are excited, looking forward for this patch, let me know down below which part are your favorite. Is it the characters, the ANBY buff, or the new content? Let me know down below, and don't forget to enter the giveaway. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.